Released on a Christmas day 3 decades ago, Manichitrathazhu continues to be a timeless classic, attracting audiences despite its various adaptations. A key to unravel the mystery of Manichitrathazhu is its title itself, the Ornate lock. What is being locked? Why is it being locked? A look into the characters of Ganga and Sreedevi holds an answer to this question. The first time we are introduced to both of them, it's almost as if they are wearing the same sari. What changes is just the patterns and the way it's draped. They almost feel like reflections of each other. Though the sophisticated and rebellious Ganga seems polar opposite to traditional and reclusive Sreedevi, deep down, both of them are deeply broken. The little girl in Ganga is seen waiting at the doorstep with longing eyes for someone. She feels thrown and abandoned as her parents leave her at her grandmother and longs for the return of security and love. It was not lasting love that came to her doorstep. It was a letter from her parents to uproot her from the mystical world of magic and beauty at her grandmother's lap to Calcutta's disenchanted modernity. Even today, the child in Ganga still waits with unfinished hope for lasting love. Sreedevi, on the other hand, feels that she is a burden after being rejected first by Nakulin's mom and later by her husband. Her marriage alliance to Nakulin was rejected by Nakulin's mom. She is hastily married, hiding a major flaw in her horoscope. On knowing this, her in-laws and husband rejects her. She now lives at her father's house with the weight of shame. The source of both of their brokenness is the same: vulnerability. For Ganga, it arose from her parental abandonment and neglect in childhood. And for Sreedevi, it arose from feeling rejected at birth by the stars, later by her husband, and to some extent, even her family. What vulnerability does is that it locks the human heart in its hope for lasting love. As for Ganga and Sreedevi, they lock the doors to their hearts from inside, fearing potential abandonment, rejection, and shame. As C.S. Lewis writes, in that casket, safe, dark, motionless, airless, it will change. It will not be broken, it will become unbreakable, impenetrable, irredeemable. The only place outside heaven where you can be perfectly safe from all the dangers of love is hell. So is vulnerability a weakness that offers only suffering and damnation? No, it offers redemption too. But for vulnerability to offer redemption, we either need to open our hearts and speak truth to someone, risking shame, or to give our hearts to someone in love, risking abandonment. But we lack the courage to do this on our own. So does Ganga and Sreedevi. Hannah Arendt suggests 2 ways to redeem this frailty of action: by being forgiven and by being bound to the fulfillment of promises. Though unintended, Ganga's disease shatters Nakulin to the core. The depth of his pain and trauma, emotional, psychological, and even physical, doesn't stop him from risking his body being slaughtered in pursuit of Ganga's healing. At the end of the movie, Nakulin forgives and accepts her without any baggages and suspicion from the past. In the ocean of uncertainty in Sreedevi's life, it is the promise of Dr. Sunny's love to return that makes her hope again in islands of certainties. Both forgiving and promising depend on plurality. Let's have the courage to forgive and let ourselves be forgiven. The courage to promise and believe in promises again.